Just a second for me, Mr. Chuanyabua, the former Attorney General, the matters that are in courts, and one aspect of it, the outcome will determine how these matters are handled in the future. But I just want to find out, the former Attorney General wanted the president to hold onto this matter until the court determines the cases before them. Now, clearly, that advice did not get to the ears of the president. You say that the composition, you have absolute faith in the integrity of the 5-member committee, that they will do an impartial job and come to a conclusion that best fits the complaints against the Chief Justice.
Well, I mean, I have seen the composition of the committee, and it complies strictly with the requirements of the Constitution. It says 2 justices of the Supreme Court, and then after that, then ordinary citizens, 3 of them. And I think the ordinary citizens, we have a major from the army, we have a professor from the university, and then we have a well-known retired, auditor general. So, I mean, these people on the face of it are people with sufficient experience to look at to look at the petition, which, in any case, we don't know the content of this petition. So I believe that the president, in the Council of State, considered the allegation and in deciding who to put in place. Now, as to whether the president would suspend or not suspend the Chief Justice, yes, of course, the former Attorney General is right that the suspension is not automatic upon, but there are good reasons why I believe the suspension may be necessary. So, for example, the particulars of the allegation are essential in coming to the conclusion that the Chief Justice may be suspended. But generally, when things of this nature happen, 2 things come. You need to consider 2 things: the possibility of given the Chief Justice or the accused person in this case, let me use the word loosely,
right?
An opportunity to defend, to prepare and defend him or herself is very important. Being administrative head of the judiciary is a very huge responsibility. Right. You are having meetings almost all the time. You are reviewing documents. You are taking very important decisions. Apart from that, you are also a judge of a justice of the Supreme Court, hearing cases and deciding cases that affect people's liberty, property, life, and all. And at the same time, you being a subject matter of 3 petitions, not 1, not 2, 3 petitions, you really need a lot of time to prepare to explain yourself. And I think that the suspension may be necessary when considering the number of petitions and the issues that I believe were raised.
All right.
The suspension may be necessary, even in the interest of the Chief Justice herself, to be able to prepare and offer a defense to the allegation. So that is one aspect. Secondly, it could be, if you are the administrative head of an institution, depending on the nature of the allegation, one of the things that the former Deputy Attorney General knows, my very good friend, knows very well, and even which most of us know, is that inquiries or investigations could be interfered with. And it is the same spirit that we often call on public servants who are implicated in one thing or the other to step aside for investigations to go on. So depending on the nature of the allegation, it may be necessary that to avoid interferences in the process, especially those allegations, if indeed they are about the administrative functions of the Chief Justice, then the chances that being the chief administrator of the judiciary and also being someone who has been accused life and all that, and at the same time you being a subject matter. So what I'm saying is that these are some of the considerations that may be had in determining whether to suspend the Chief Justice or not. So yes, it is not automatic, but considering that, I personally think 21, what do we call it, 3 different petitions of allegations that I believe the Chief Justice will need even a lot of time to
repair.